Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hopkinsville, Kentucky. We're at Christian County High School in Hoptown to take on the Hoptown Hoppers. Full Count Rhythm second trip of the year to Hoptown. We will have 4 scheduled. As you see, the umpires have arrived here at home plate, waiting now on interim head coach Jimmy Gamboa of the Full Count Rhythm. Will be wearing their baby blues tonight. This is Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network, and always appreciate coming up to Hoptown and seeing the folks here on the press row here. Scott Colley, the public address announcer, and he does a great job here. And Jeff Sisk is the play-by-play announcer tonight for the Hoppers. Joe Wilson is not available tonight, so apparently they are swapping off, but they are always very hospitable to me to share their space here. We are outside, but we are covered, and we have fans and good internet, so it's always good to be here. The Rhythm on an 8-game winning streak, looking to continue that tonight against the Hoptown Hoppers. They are 17-7 overall against the Hoppers. So let's get ready for our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. We'll be right back.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Full Count Rhythm. Jackson Cothran leading off. He'll be behind the plate. John Paul Head at first base, batting second. Batting third is Nolan Sargent, playing right field tonight. Devin McCarron, his first appearance in a Full Count Rhythm uniform. He'll hit cleanup, playing third base. Yes, that's the normal spot for Jake Merrick, who's getting his first game off for Full Count, at least the start anyway. Parker Staborski in left field, batting fifth. Jake Turr is batting sixth, playing shortstop. Lou D'Alessio in center field, bats seventh. Landon Ward will hit eighth and be the DH tonight. Spencer Yu batting ninth, playing second base. And on the mound for Full Count, young Chase Fernandez, a Creeker from Stewart's Creek High School. Incoming freshman to Trevecca, 6'2", 210-pound right-hander. Smyrna, Tennessee. Lex and Jennifer Fernandez, his parents. They might be here tonight. Didn't see them yet, but they did drive to Henderson on his last start. He has an abuelo y abuela in Puerto Rico and Nana in Laverne, Tennessee. He'll face the Hoppers lineup that looks like this. Aiden Butts leading off, playing right field. Colby Webb batting second, playing first base. Owen Hutchinson in left field, hits third. Miles Denton playing shortstop, the cleanup hitter. Connor Scheidt, the DH, batting fifth. Chance Sweeney in center field, hits sixth. Evan Cardwell behind the plate, bats seventh. Hunter Swanson in the 8-hole, playing third base. Gabe Eddington at second base, batting ninth. And on the mound is a right-hander from Fishers, Indiana, Cody Jones. He is in the portal, but he played last year, was on the squad at the University of Indianapolis. Cody Jones on for his 6th appearance of the year. It's his 5th start. Has not have a decision yet on the year. 18 2/3 innings. He's given up only 9 hits, but 14 runs. 9 of those are earned. He's walked 16 and struck out 20. Has also plunked 6 batters. Has a 3.28 ERA. The head coach for the Hoppers is Chris Benny, and his pitching coach Arlen Butts. The head coach for the Full Count Rhythm is Josh Carmen, and he's in Nicaragua this week. So Jimmy Gamboa, his second-year assistant, is handling the head coaching duties. And Jonas Smithson is here tonight. Carson Howard has a family event And the assistant coach is not present today. Glad to have all of you that are tuning in on Facebook and YouTube tonight. And the Rhythm's last loss was against these Hoppers, where they started the 8-game winning streak. Got a 7-4 win back on Saturday the 14th against Full Count. And let's get you the standings here. Let's see if we can get an updated one. Full Count in first place, 15-5 on the season. They are 8-2 in their last 10. Henderson Flash lost 2 in a row. They're now 11-7, still in second place. Fulton Railroaders 10-10. They are 6-4 in their last 10. The Paducah Chiefs on a skid, 3-7 in their last 10. They come in at 8-11 in fourth place. The Hoppers have hopped out of last place, now 8-13. They've won the last 2 and are 6-4 in the last 10. Madisonville Miners on a skid. They have lost 8 of their last 10 and are 7-13. As we will stay here for the colors that are being presented. But tonight is Military Appreciation Night here at Hoppers home game. And military man, Lieutenant Colonel, I think maybe, that threw out the first pitch. And the colors will be arriving on the home side, just on the other side of the home dugout as they enter the field.
And to perform our national anthem is First Sergeant Christine Currenter.
We will be right back after the break. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And let's see if Scott Colley's going to wait. He's got to wait for the colors to exit. Colors have exited the field down the third base line, and so we are about ready to play ball, as Tim Ferguson at Drakes Creek would say for a home game. Somebody in the stands yelled it out, though. As Cody Jones takes the field and gets on the bump for the Hoppers. They're wearing their special military appreciation uniforms tonight. White pants, their regular white pants, and then the striped tops across the top there. Owen Hutchison is the left fielder. Chance Sweeney in center. Aiden Butts in right field. Hunter Swanson at third. Miles Denton at short. Gabe Eddington at second base. Colby Webb at first. Evan Cardwell is behind the plate. Cody Jones from Fishers, Indiana, the home of former rhythm player Logan Kroc, who I understand it's July 8th that he will have his surgery on his wrist. Not sure when that injury occurred, but apparently it was bothering him enough in the first several weeks of the season. Logan started or played in the first 10 games for Full Count. Very, very excellent defender at shortstop, but he was not getting it done at the plate, a switch hitter, and I'm sure that wrist injury was affecting him. Honestly, I don't know if it was his left or his right hand, but we're praying that Logan has a successful surgery on that wrist and he can get back to the Butler Bulldogs this fall or be ready for the spring. Jackson Cawthorn will lead off for the Rhythm. Led off in the game against the Fulton Railroaders up in Fulton. Fulton Railroaders at Madisonville tonight. Henderson Flash at Paducah. As the Rhythm here in Hoptown for the second time this year. Josh Carmen's in a board meeting, it says. Swing and a miss or a foul tip into the mitt, and we are underway at 6:33 Central Time. Game time temperature, 81 degrees, feels like 85, and that is a nice breeze coming in. Game time temperature brought to you by Stitches by Cindy. As Cawthorn now down on the count. AAA Autoglass foul ball off to the left side. Cindy Roberts and her staff over at Stitches by Cindy, CYNDI. You can go to stitchesbycyndi.com. Or you can just go see them at her house, 114 Meadowview Drive in Hendersonville. If you need some embroidery work, you can take your own as a changeup is swung on and foul tipped into the mitt. So 3 pitches in, and Cawthorn down on strikes. Route number 1. Cindy is awesome to work with. I'm wearing a shirt right here that I've purchased, and then I just take over to her and ask her to put a Full Count logo on there, a Rhythm logo. You can have your name put on there, whatever you like. She will do for you. John Paul Head stands in, takes ball 1. John Paul from UAB is statistically the best hitter in the Ohio Valley League. There is no question. He's at the head of the statistical offensive categories, probably about half a dozen of them. Batting average, runs scored, hits, doubles, RBIs, on base average. He's at the top. 2-0 pitch is going to be right at his head, and it's going to hit him in the helmet. That's a tough way to continue your consecutive game on base streak. He has now been on base in every game that he's played, and that's his 20th game of the year to play. They have a trainer. I would assume that the trainer would come out and check on him. Instead, it's Jonas Smithson patting him on the head. Jonah, I don't think that's what trainers do. It is John Paul's third hit by pitch of the year. Team leader is Jake Merrick, who's not in today's ball game. Nolan Sargent at the plate. He looks at a pitch a little up for ball one. Paula Sims checking in. She's here right at game time. About every game, as far as I know. Thanks for checking in on Facebook. If you want to let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, send us a post on the Full Count Rhythm Facebook page. Sargent takes a strike on the outside corner. Nolan comes in hitting .267, playing in his 14th game of the year. Couple doubles, a triple, 5 RBIs. He is getting close to figuring out where he's going to play baseball this fall. She is leaving Belmont University, my alma mater. 1-1 pitch, breaking pitch. Gets right across the plate. Little humpback breaker. Vicky Maloney, super fan. Big win tonight, she says. '22nd game of the year for the Hoppers. It's the 21st game of the year for Full Count. Full Count 15-5, and the Hoppers come in at 8-13. Head does not go. Pitches low and inside. Cardwell with a nice snag to keep that one from the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The distance between home plate and the backstop maybe a hair longer than it is at Fulton, but it's pretty close. But it's definitely not as far as at Drakes Creek Field number 3. 2-2 pitch. Head does not go, and that ball does get by Cardwell, but Head doesn't see it in time, and that'll be a Full Count Ministries full count with John Paul on at second. It is Friday. I guess the team has made its way to Managua, Nicaragua. A little bit hotter over there in Managua, I'm sure, than it is in Mazante. So thankfully the team made it safely as they'll spend the night in, I think it's the Royal Hotel tonight, get on the Bird to come home tomorrow. Full count pitch. Runner does not go, and that's fisted. Shallow left center field, but Miles Denton has a beat on that and makes the over-the-shoulder catch for out number 2. Sargent pops out. Miles Denton, now a former Roan State Raider from Ravenwood High School. I saw another Ravenwood product. His teammate in Ravenwood yesterday for the Henderson Flash. That's Cooper Anderson. And now here's the newest member, Devin McCarron. The former Chat Steak Tiger takes a breaking pitch outside. It looks like McEachron, but it's not. It's McCarron. He is headed to Mercer after a year at Chattanooga State. Prior to that, he was at Arkansas State Mid-South, and 3 years before that, he was at Vol State for a couple of weeks. Volunteer State. Expect Head to be on the move here before long. He is not there, and McCarron takes a called strike. Devin, the son of Daryl and Amber McCarron, brother to Caden. Hello to Nana in Smyrna, and Pawpaw and Mimi in Culleoka, and Papaw and Granny in Smyrna, Tennessee. One of the top players in the TCCAA last year for Chattanooga State. Started out on fire, played 55 games, ended with 8 doubles, 13 home runs, 70 RBIs in 55 games. That is a bunch of RBIs. Walked 36 times, had a .368 batting average. Runner goes. It is a slider low and outside, and John Paul Head cruises into second base with a century steal of second base. Count now 3-1 as McCarron set up with a runner in scoring position. It's Pam Roach looking for the streak to continue. Listening in Rockwood. Gonna watch a game that Jake Merrick is going to watch if he's here. McCarron takes a pitch, and he's not happy about it. That was a fastball with some run back into the hitter, and the count goes full. And that's another Full Count Ministries full count. Didn't have many of those in last night's game. Already 2 here in the top of the first. Oh, McCarron. Didn't think they were going to call the pitches that were 2.5 baseballs outside. But he gets rung up. And that is 2 strikeouts in the inning. Pretty tough pitch to be swinging at there, but Jones gets the call. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base as we are just getting started here in the top of the first. No score. We'll head to the bottom. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Great field preparation by Cole Ice.
Chase Fernandez on the mound for Full Count. Had a start last time in Henderson. An away game. I think he got a, let's check it here real quick. I believe he had a relief outing at home. Got a at bat, though, at Fulton the other day. Drew a bases loaded walk. Sure, he's still talking about that.
6. Hey there.
No, did not get a relief stint between June 20th and today. Pitched at Henderson a week ago. 3 innings. Faced 15 batters, got the win in that game. 2 hits, 2 unearned runs. So he faces Aiden Butts, who hits a ground ball to the first baseman, and that goes right through the wickets. A little hop came up on John Paul Head, getting his first start at first base. And that got up just below, or just above his glove and below his midsection. I guess that's the best way to say it. So an E3 allows Butts to reach on the first pitch. Let's see how Chase Fernandez handles the adversity here. Colby Webb at second. Fastball inside, ball 1. Fernandez, 6'2", 210 pounds. He's an incoming freshman, so he just graduated from Stewart's Creek High School in May, I think, is when they graduate. That's a strike on the outside corner. That practically is in the middle of the plate based on the pitch that McCarron just saw. Lex and Jennifer Fernandez, his parents. Alex, his brother. Pours one in there, but apparently just down low. Chase, I understand, is going to be with the Rhythm for the first half of the year. And then I think Luke Vierkant, another incoming freshman to Chervecca, will take his spot on the roster. Misses outside. Josh Cawthorn behind the plate. Parker Staborski, Lou D'Alessio, and Nolan Sargent left to right in the outfield. Fastball catches the inside corner. And we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count left to right on the infield is Devin McCarron, Jake Turr, Spencer Yu, and John Paul Head. Let's see if Fernandez can induce a ground ball. The pitch, there's a ground ball. John Paul Head stabs it, drops it, underhand side flip to Fernandez, and they get the out at first base. John Paul's had both balls hit to him and he's had trouble with both of them on the play. Butts moves down to second base. And there's one out. Webb out 3-1 if you're scoring at home. Owen Hutchinson at the plate. Teammate with Miles Denton over at Roane State Community College. Takes ball one. Hutchinson from Burns, Tennessee. That's down in West Tennessee. 6 foot, 200 pound. He'll be a rising sophomore as he fouls that one off to the left side. Fernandez 1-0 on the season in his 3 appearances, 2 starts, 8 2/3 innings. He's given up only 3 hits, 2 runs. Those were against Henderson and they were unearned. 5 walks, 11 strikeouts. He has hit opponents 4 times, but a 0.00 ERA. Eliza McLaren. Don't know that name, but I think I've seen that. Was it Elizabeth one time? Because that's a called strike. Somebody said Elizabeth and then came back and said Eliza. But watching in the Bahamas, glad to have you. So we got Nicaraguan folks and Bahamian. 2-2 pitch. Fernandez misses outside. We'll have another full count, Ministries full count. Owen Hutchinson playing in his 22nd game, and this is the Hoppers' 22nd game. Got a couple of home runs and 11 RBIs. 2 pitch, grounded to second base. Spencer Yu gloves and throws over to first for out number 2 on the play. Butts moves over to third. Spencer Yu and Eli Potter both in the transfer portal, and now both are going to head to Sewanee. Oh, there we go. You are Chase's girlfriend. You came to the game in Henderson the other day, last week, and then deserted him and went to the Bahamas. First pitch low and away. Miles Denton's 8th game as a Hopper, hitting .222. He's got 5 RBIs. Fouls that one off the screen. And the ball boy on that one, number 0. Used to have a ball boy here. He was number 88. He was famous in the Ohio Valley League. Vicky Penley listening in. Unknown where. Spencer Yu's going to get another opportunity, and he's going to glove that one and throw that one onto John Paul Head. I think John Paul had to touch the ball on all 4 of the at-bats. He did. A couple of 4-3s, a 3-1, and an E3. Just what John Paul wanted. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We're through 1. Scheduled for 9. Jay Myers checking in. Research analyst, part-time. His wife, also a part-time research analyst. Glad to have you from White House, Tennessee. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Parker Staborski, Jake Turr, and Lou D'Alessio to face Cody with a C, Jones, Fishers, Indiana, and University of Indianapolis in the portal, looking for a new home. They do not on their roster indicate who's in the portal. I just got a little intel from one of my sources here on the ground. Staborski takes the first pitch, breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Parker from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, plays ball at Catawba. He's a Catawba Indian, 6'3", 195-pound, rising redshirt junior. Fouls that one off, got jammed, playing in his 14th game of the year, hitting just a little bit above 200, getting on base, though, at a 400 clip. Walked 7 times and been plunked 4. He's got a double and 8 RBIs. Lays off the breaking pitch down low. Rhythm in the first game of the year against Hoptown had 3 home runs in the ball game. John Paul Head had 2. Lou D'Alessio hit 1 out. I think all 3 to left center field. Now 2-ball, 2-strike count. Might have been the first home runs hit on the year. I have to go back and check that. 2-2 pitch is high, and we'll have another Full Count Ministries. Full count. On deck, Jake Turr. Staborski, the son of Scott and Adele Staborski, brother to Charlie. And that's a little bit closer to the plate than the pitch thrown to Devin McCarron. So definitely going to have to look at that outside corner. That's a third strikeout of the ball game by Cody Jones. He's no dummy. If you're going to call it out there, you're going to throw it out there. So Rhythm batters are going to have to hit it out there. Jake Turr stands in from the University of Tampa, from Tampa, Florida. That's the pitch. Turr playing shortstop, 5'9", 175 pounds. He's a rising sophomore at the Division II champion Tampa Spartans. Scott and Danielle Turr, a little bit down for ball 1. Brody's his brother, staying in the host home of Doug and Rebecca Dorn. They're practically kin. As a matter of fact, they are kin. Turr sees a 1-1 pitch come in. It's a spinner that stays a little bit too far outside. Jake playing in his 10th game of the year, hitting .226. He's got 7 hits. They're all singles, 3 RBIs. Also walked 5 times. 2-1 pitch. That's drilled to a deep left field. Back goes Hutchinson. He's watching it, and it will carry to the fence for a solo home run. Jake Turr's first extra base hit of the year. Just as I talk about 7 singles, he finally gets him a 4-bagger. And that is the Framework Athletics first run of the ball game, scored by Jake Turr. Sure, it feels good to get that monkey off your back.
D'Alessio.
Sweet Lou, who knows what it's like to hit a home run here, steps to the plate. He got that on the sweet part of that old hickory steel press bat. Lou takes one high. D'Alessio playing in his 13th game of the year, hitting .245, double 2 bombs. He's got 7 RBIs. Takes a cut at a breaking pitch. Hung up just a little bit, but fouls it straight back. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Alessios are frequent supporters. They might have been on every game, actually. 5'9", 165 pounds is Lou. Takes another spinner high. From Red Bank, New Jersey. He has just switched schools from UAB. He's heading back home up to St. Peter's in Jersey City, New Jersey. Swings at a pitch about shoulder high. Comes up empty. Hello to Lou and Bridget D'Alessio, Ella and Max, his sister and brother. Poppy and Dee Dee in Red Bank, New Jersey, and Poppy and Grandma in Eatontown, New Jersey. That's the pitch. Cody Jones gets that one where he wants it, and he gets the result. That is the third backward K in the book. The Rhythm haven't learned yet on the 2-strike count. Look for that fastball in the left-handed batter's box. Landon Ward, the DH tonight, steps in. Lee University. He's a redshirt freshman. When he's not DHing, he's catching. Had a big game the other night at Fulton. He doubled his hit output. Raised his batting average. He's up to 273 now. Had 3 hits going into the game, got 3 more. Picked up 4 RBIs, I believe, in that contest. There's a ball and a strike on Ward. They show a 0-1 on the scoreboard right now, but not sure if there's a delay or not. It's the outside corner. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ward has walked 7 times, on base 1 out of every 2 times he comes to the plate, playing in his 8th game of the year. A little bit up. Now 2 ball, 2 strike count. On deck, Spencer Yu, the number 9 hole hitter. Ward, the son of Brandon and April Ward, brother to Lily and Layla, grandson of Doodah and T-Nana. Paul and Nana, everybody's in Gallatin. That's got off of his thumbs and popped up to the third baseman. Hunter Swanson makes the catch. That's 3 outs, but Jake Turr got the party started for full count with a solo home run to left field. And they take the lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Rhythm will be back home tomorrow night, taking on the Madisonville Miners. Meal sponsor will be Pizza Ranch. Food truck Samusi Hibachi and Frosted Luau will be at DC3. It'll be the first night that Pizza Ranch, looks like it's the first and only night. Pizza Ranch, of course, hosted the Rhythm players during Kids Camp week on Tuesday and Thursday. So Chris Eglin Big supporter of full count rhythm baseball. Fernandez out, throws a breaking pitch on the first pitch to Connor Scheidt for a called strike. Scheidt playing in his 20th game of the year. Wearing a different number tonight in military appreciation uniform. He's wearing number 25, normally wears 33. From McCordsville, Indiana, attends Indiana Southeast, 5'11", 230-pound first baseman. Takes a mild cut at that sharp breaking pitch. Started to go and realized there's a lot more spin on that thing than I thought. My bat's not going to hit it. Tried to stop, but couldn't hold up. Fernandez delivers a 1-2 high and away. Chase after the first batter reached on an error, then got 3 ground balls. 2-2 pitch. It's a grounder right in front of the plate and underhanded by Fernandez, and that's the second play he's been involved in. 1-3 this time. The last time it was a 3-1, first baseman to pitcher. This time, pitcher to first baseman. Now Chance Sweeney, center fielder, stands in. Also been in every game so far this year for the Hoppers, playing in his 21st game. Takes a called strike. Swanson from Russellville, Kentucky, plays his baseball at Auburn University in Montgomery. And another chopper in front of the plate. Fernandez, the 6th fielder, throw to first. And John Paul Head can't handle that. And thankfully for the rhythm, the pitch that, or the throw that was down in the dirt hit the runner. I would assume that's going to be an infield single. But the official score is not up here in the press area, so we'll have to go to Game Changer and check that. Evan Cardwell, the catcher, stands in, playing in his 10th game of the year. Chase Fernandez has been having to field hard ground ball. And John Paul Head was ready down there at first base as he got the ricochet, as he must be practicing for the Savannah Bananas. In arena baseball, that might have been a fair ball. Scott Colley indicates that was an infield single. They don't keep hits on the scoreboard here. Just runs, balls, strikes, and outs. That ball's well hit to left field. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it will be foul. And it will hop one hop and over the fence down to the full count bullpen area. Cardwell had a bid at extra bases.
Good wood, kid. Let's go here.
Now he's down in the count 0-2. From Spring Hill, Tennessee, plays at Bethel University. 5'11", 220-pound freshman. Runner goes. Throw down is going to be in time. A missile from Jackson Cothran and a caught stealing. 2-4 if you're scoring at home. And now 2 outs. And a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Cardwell with nobody on base. Low and away as Fernandez tried to nip at that outside corner with the breaking pitch. I think the positioning on the plate was probably okay. That pitch just a little bit high, and a full count Ministries full count to Cardwell with Hunter Swanson, the third baseman, on deck. Fernandez pitching from the stretch, and his breaking pitch does not come around the plate, and it's ball 4. And another base runner on base. First walk of the game by Fernandez. Hunter Swanson stands in. He's an incoming freshman to Roane State Community College. Cam Hamsley, the head coach there. He's from Clarksville, Tennessee. Pitch is a called strike. So the question is, what high school did he go to in Clarksville, Tennessee? That information is not available on the roster. I'll have to look that one up. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Nice run on that fastball by Fernandez. I might have tried to look this up the last time. The 0-2 misses just outside. Reason I asked, Clarksville, Tennessee has sent 9 players last year to Volunteer State Community College, where I broadcast for the last 4 years. Big jump off of first base. Cardwell gets a jump, doesn't go, but it doesn't matter. That's a Safeway strikeout. First of the ball game for Fernandez, and that retires the side in the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Rhythm have the 1-0 lead after 2. Be right back after this short break.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Carson Howard listening in on YouTube. Sends in a chat. Carson, are you wearing your hard hat? You wearing your helmet? Jimmy Gamboa having to don the hard helmet. He's handling 3 jobs tonight. Third base coach, pitching coach, and interim head coach. Jonah Smithson's doing nothing but coaching first base. He might get help with the pitching coach part since he is a current pitcher for Trevecca Nazarene. 9-1-2 due up for Full Count here in the top of the third. Spencer Yu, Jackson Cawthron, John Paul Head to face Cody Jones. That's the fastball that's gotten a couple of backward Ks in the books for Cody Jones. When it's the first pitch of the at-bat, it's not called a strike. Spencer Yu now grounds one right up the middle. Miles Denton playing him up the middle. Gloves that and a strong throw to first. Retires Yu.
Now they were Full Count. The catcher, number 25, Jackson.
Spencer has committed now to play at Sewanee, the University of the South. Transferring from George Washington University. Son of Jim and Aaron Yu, brother to Andrew. Cawthron, who swung and missed 3 pitches in his first at-bat. I say he missed. He did not hit it in fair territory. I think he fouled 2 of them into the mid. Not sure what kind of pitch that one was. It looked funky coming up to the plate when it sailed high off the glove of Evan Cardwell. And our home plate umpire, Jeremy Earlbeck, retrieves that one. On the base, Clint Magnuson. And another one sails high and away. Clint Magnuson down at first base. Jonathan Higdon. Another one sails. This is a high school baseball field. Christian County High School, one of two high schools here in Hopkinsville. Hopkinsville High School, also located here. And the Hoppers, they rotate between both of the high schools as to where they play their games in the summer. In the odd years, they play at Christian County. In the even years, they play at Hopkinsville High School. 3-0 pitch to Cawthron. That apparently catches the knees for a called strike. Jackson have a slow start to his rhythm career. It's his 4th season as a full count rhythm player in the summer. Just finished at Ohio University. He hits one high and deep to right center field. Will that stay? It will stay in the yard, but split the gap. Jackson Cawthron will cruise into second base with a Dudette double. Dudette Communications prints the programs that you get at DC 3 when you come to the ballpark. I've got one right here that I carry with me on the road, thanks to Craig Sinnard and his folks at Dudette Communications. They're located right over in the same industrial park where Framework Athletics and the Full Count headquarters is located. That's the second hit of the ball game, and yesterday I believe there were 14 hits by both teams, and there wasn't an extra base hit between them. Today, 2 out of the 3 hits have been extra bases. That sails over the head of John Paul Head. That's the second time as he was hit in the head the first time. This one goes behind him. And I don't think right now he's appreciating Cody Jones' wildness when he comes to the plate. John Paul hit in the head, stole second, but was stranded there in the first. Picked up his team leading 9th century steal. Winners in for Hoptown with now the runner at third base on the wild pitch. Let's get him over there. Jackson Cawthron, an excellent base runner. Pretty decent speed for a catcher as he pulls his pants up a little bit, so he's got a little more maneuverability. 1-1 is popped up into shallow right field. Over is the second baseman, Gabe Eddington. And Cawthron going to come in, and he's going to miss the tag. He slid underneath the tag. Eddington's throw was right on target. Not sure if I got the camera switched in time or not to be able to see that. That's what I was trying to do. But I had to look around a pole to see what Eddington was doing. But another run comes in the rhythm lead 2-0. Sacrifice fly. Let's see if I got it. I think I did get it there. And there was no question he did not tag him. I did get it. It doesn't happen very often, folks, but I got lucky there. Nolan Sargent looks at a first pitch in there for a called strike. So sac fly and a league-leading 38th RBI of the year for John Paul Head, playing in his 20th game. You don't see a whole lot of sac flies to second base. That's what that is. Hopefully the official score realizes that that's what that is, and we don't have to have a conversation. Here's this, though. Let me see if. Yeah, they called it a pop out. It's not a pop out. It's a sac fly when a runner scores from third base on it. AAA Autoglass foul ball off to the left side. Do we have anybody up here on press row that has any sway with the scorekeeper to kind of let them know, hey, that's a sac fly, not a pop out? That way I don't have to get on that later. That way they can make the change now instead of have to go back. Sargent popped out to the shortstop in the first, smokes one toward the Hopper dugout, and I think that might be our official scorer who's hopping around down there and with the leg brace. That's him. I think Nolan Sargent wrote a little note on that baseball, Scott, and said, hey, that was a sac fly. Come on, dude. Sac fly and an RBI. He even said Jay Cawthorn scores after tagging up. One out, double by Jackson Cawthorn. A wild pitch got him to third, and a pop out to a semi-drawn-in infield to Eddington in shallow right field. There's a ground ball to first base, backhanded by Scheidt. He'll take it himself and step on the base for out number 3. But the Rhythm score another run. It's earned, and on one hit, no errors and nobody left on base. Headed to the bottom of the third. Full count leads 2-0 over the Hoptown Hoppers.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com. Follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau. Planning a corporate event? Luau or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Thank Jeremy Todd over at United Machine and Tool for their longtime support of Full Count Rhythm baseball. Also, Patrick Patton over at the Rudder, Anchor High Marina. John Smithson, who's here. He switched banks. He's now at First Bank, and they are now supporting Full Count Rhythm baseball. Doug Dorn and Dorn Insurance Training, Inc., and Jake Kearney of Frosted Luau. They'll be at the ballpark tomorrow night, serving up delicious treats. Chase Fernandez spikes the first pitch to Gabe Eddington to begin the bottom of the third. Eddington from Clarksville, Tennessee, attended Austin Peay State University last year. Looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. I found out that our Clarksville boy, who was it? That was, I think it's Hunter Swanson. I think attended Northwest High School. And Gabe Eddington, let's see where he went. Sliced foul. That's going to hit off of the roof of the hitting facility down the right side. And a 2-2 pitch. Another one gets out toward the road. Another AAA autoglass foul ball off to the right side.
Safety first at all times. And then ball rings first.
Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Freshman or incoming freshman from Trevecca. Chase Fernandez gets another Safeware strikeout. That's back-to-back strikeouts. Ended the second. He struck out the Clarksville native Hunter Swanson. Apparently he's got something against Clarksville. Struck out 2 batters in a row as now Aiden Butts stands in. He looks at a called strike. Fisted foul Montgomery Central is where it says that Gabe Eddington. I think there's about 8 high schools in Clarksville. Tapper foul. Right off the end of the bat for Aiden Butts. He hit the first pitch he saw, a ground ball that took a higher hop than John Paul had. The first baseman was planning and ended up going right between his legs for an error. But Fernandez worked around that one. Scoreboard does not have any outs on the board, but we've got 1 out. Butts playing in his 11th game. Another Tapper fouls. He stays alive. Hitting .290 on the season, 7 RBIs. Fernandez trying to put him away, and he does with a high fastball. Another Safeware strikeout. That is 3 in a row for Chase Fernandez. Fernandez came in with 11 Ks in 8 2/3. Add 3 more to that in 2 2/3. Now it's Colby Webb's turn. He had a ground ball. It was backhanded by John Paul Head at first base. He was thinking he might go to second. Maybe get a 3-6-1 or 3-6-3 double play, but the ball popped out of his glove, and his only play was to side flip that one to Chase Fernandez, who's been running all over the infield here in the first third of this game, as he is getting ahead of Colby Webb. The Hoppers first baseman. Webb from Cabot, Arkansas, attends Arkansas Tech University. He does not offer at that breaking pitch outside. 6'2", 220-pound utility player. It looks like mostly corner infield. For Colby with a K, Webb. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. Jackson Cothran stops it, and he's going to throw down to first base to complete the Safeware strikeout as Fernandez strikes out the side. We will go to the top of the 4th inning. The Rhythm lead 2-0. Henderson Flash leading Paducah at Paducah 3-1, and the Fulton Railroaders, after getting drubbed yesterday, lead at Madisonville 4-0. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Second trip to the plate for the newest Rhythm player, Devin McCarron. Devin McCarron struck out looking on a full count pitch. That was 2 to 3 baseballs outside. But he won't do that again. He might see a pitch early as that slider misses way outside, gets to the backstop. Again, you got to be careful if you're on base to make sure that ball doesn't hit off the brick wall that's behind home plate. Cody Jones delivers, and that's the pitch that struck him out. And McCarron takes a hack. This time comes up empty, probably best. One ball, one strike. A little better pitch to hit, but maybe a hair up. McCarron not able to catch up with the high fastball. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. McCarron playing third base. Gets a piece of that one as a gust of wind comes in. Wind blowing in from center field. Clouds don't look great, but I think it's on the other side. That's that slider. I'm not sure if he called that up or out, but he hadn't been calling that pitch out all night. Maybe up, but good play by McCarron to get a bat on that one. Fouls it off the tree just behind the first base dugout. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Guess the wind must be moving this netting right behind home plate. I know it is going down the first base line. There's that pitch again. I'm not sure if it's a changeup or a fork ball or something, but it doesn't have anywhere near the rotation that his other pitches have, and it comes into the right-handed batter. And Devin McCarron's going to face another full count Ministries full count. Struck out looking the last time. We expect this time he hits a ground ball to Miles Denton, who's got a charge, glove, and throw, and not getting McCarron on the throw. Devin McCarron beats out an infield single as he gets his first hit in a Rhythm uniform. Nice play by Denton. On the pitch, though, the swing, he was actually moving up toward the middle of the infield. Apparently, I can't get on Game Changer on 2 different devices. Parker Staborski steps in. He also struck out looking. Or you could. Helicopter going overhead here. Jones. And that's that same pitch right there. He calls this one a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. So a floating strike zone. That's going to be a called strike. Staborski, if he would have swung at that one, it would have sawed him off. That had a lot of run back toward the right-handed hitter. Slider. They want to check to see if he went. He did not, and that's 3 balls and 1 strike. Game has come to a grinding halt. 3-1 pitch. That's going to be called a strike. Now I know it's not my net that's moving. If somebody's going to ask no more pounding on the Full Count Ministries, full count. It's moving my camera. Runner goes from first, and it pitches outside. Gets by Cardwell, but Staborski will reach on ball 4, and that'll put runners at first and second. First walk of the game by Cody Jones, and the infield single by Devin McCarron as he chats with fellow TCCAA former member Miles Denton was at Roane State while McCarron was at Chattanooga State. I'll bring up Jake Turr, who hit his first extra base hit of the year. It was a solo home run to left center field. He got a lot of wood on that one, and Cody Jones comes at him with a breaking pitch that misses low and away. Colby Webb, the first baseman, playing in on the grass. Apparently he's thinking about a bunt, but fastball catches the outside corner for strike one, 1-1. Thanks for joining us on YouTube and on Facebook tonight. Rhythm going for their 9th straight victory. McCarron hopping off of second base, and Turr looking at another strike. I'm pretty sure Cody Jones was not going to give him a cookie that he got the last time when he rode one out of here. He's going to try to stay on that outside edge. Christian County High School, 350 to dead center, about 305 down the lines, and 330, 335 in the alleys. Nice glove work back there by Evan Cardwell to try to stick that fastball up into the strike zone, but Hoppers don't get the call. 2-2 count with nobody out and 2 on. Infield single and a walk could put 2 Rhythm players on base here in the top of the 4th inning. Jones came at him with a breaking pitch. Turr fouled that one off. AAA autoglass foul ball as the Chicken Man is listening in. Todd Hundley, famous for his chicken, his Christian chicken that he delivers over there at Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, the title sponsor for Full Count Rhythm. And one of the nicest men you'll ever run across. Very, very generous man. Love having him. It's McCarron. He wants third base so bad, and he's going to get it as that pitch sails way over the head of Jake Turr. Far enough away that he should have realized that he was in no harm there. And now he has 2 runners in scoring position. As another wild pitch moves runners along. That's a second wild pitch by Cody Jones. McCarron down at third and Staborski at second. The infield is drawn in now. That ball's headed well out to center field. That'll be enough to get the runner from third. And from second, Staborski gets in ahead of the throw, and another sacrifice fly drives in another run for Full Count. 2 in the ball game, and the Rhythm lead 3-0. Let's see if the official score made the change on the first one and learned his lesson this time. As Lou D'Alessio stands in, he struck out on one of those questionable outside fastballs the last time he was at the plate. And this one's right down to Broadway, just at the belt for a called strike. It says a fly out, so we'll have to see if it's showing in the box score as a sac fly. Slider misses away. It does. Let's see. Where are we? Nope. Missed it again. And the scoreboard's off. I think we got a 1-1 count. Low and away makes it a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Less than 2 outs. Another opportunity right here for the scorekeeper to learn a sacrifice fly. Swing and a miss by D'Alessio. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Todd Hunley shouting out to the folks down in Managua. Todd's been on that trip before. He's been on a couple trips to Austria as well, but not sure how many times he's been to Nicaragua. That's a broken back ground ball down the first base line. And trying to get it, but he can't, is Cody Jones, and D'Alessio will reach. Now, let's see how that one is scored. It might be an E1. That is a broken bat. The die to Hero, but we won't say. I don't know if Lou's got any more of those pink-tipped bats. But we'll find out. That one he will not use again.
Church for sponsor tonight, Military Affairs Committee, Christian Kennedy.
It's showing an error on the game changer. Jones reached down for it. Started to get a handle, and it slipped right out of his hand. So D'Alessio reaches on the error. Staborski thought about coming home. He wanted to wait to see if the throw was going to be made, and he started to take a step toward home as soon as Jones, he thought, was going to pick the ball up. And then when Staborski saw that Jones did not handle it, he had to go back to third base. Jay Myers, I agree. I need to find out the story from Lou about his bat, and he wears a pink batting gloves, pink ankle guard. Got to be a reason for that, as opposed to just 50% off sale. D'Alessio takes off, throw down to second. That is wide, and a stolen base for Lou, and a ball to Landon Ward. D'Alessio picks up his 7th stolen base of the year. And now Ward has an opportunity for a couple more RBIs, takes a called strike. Ward popped out to the third baseman to end the second inning. Bats here with 1 out and 2 in scoring position. Hopper's infield is in, and there's a wild pitch. Staborski's going to have to stay tight as Cardwell turns around and takes about a half a step behind him as the ball pitch backs right to him. On deck, Spencer Yu. 8 and 9 in the rhythm lineup. Inning started with an infield single by Devin McCarron. Then a walk. A wild pitch that moved the runners to second and third. There's another pitch high and inside. No opportunity for Ward to put the bat on the ball there. Sacrifice fly by Jake Turr to center field drives in McCarron. Then Lou D'Alessio, broken bat, little nubber down the first base line. Cody Jones tried to corral and throw on to first and couldn't make the play, so an error charged. Breaking pitch, Ward a step toward first base, but he returns that right foot back to the batter's box. And he's going to face a full count. Ministries full count. Cody Jones with a hit batter and a walk, but he's been all over the place. And that's ball 4. Landon Ward draws a walk. And the bases are loaded. John Smithson, the director of ministry for Full Count Ministry on this trip. Got a chance to talk to John for the most of the bus ride up here to Hoptown. It's the shortest bus ride for the Rhythm in the Ohio Valley League. Spencer Yu grounded out to short. Infield now at double play depth as that fastball misses outside. Cody Jones not getting the help from the umpire on that pitch. Yu playing in his 10th game. He's hitting .292 for the Rhythm. Another pitch in the exact same spot. Same result, ball 2. Got 7 hits. They're all singles. Couple RBIs. Walked a dozen times. It's 4th on the club. Team leader is John Paul Head. He has 23 walks. Jake Merrick with 22. Cody Jones got a centimeter closer. This one called a strike. Now 2-1 count as Cody Jones staying right in that same spot for Spencer. Spencer has grandparents in Henderson, Nevada, not Henderson, Kentucky. And again, 4 straight fastballs, all of them outside. He calls his grandparents in Henderson Ama and Agan. Parents in Rhode Island, Westerly, Rhode Island. He calls Pop and Graham. Maybe they're listening. And he went to Ensworth High School. With ball 4. And a walk and an RBI for Yu. Estaborski, who's been standing out there at third base a long time, scores on the 3rd walk of the ball game. And out of the dugout comes, I assume this is Arlen Butts. It's the 2nd time that he's been out to the mound, so this will end the evening for Cody Jones. So we'll have a pitching change for the Hoppers here in the top of the 4th inning. We'll take a break and tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for Hoptown is no stranger to the Rhythm. Jackson Leggett Walford, left-hander, 5'9", 175 pounds from Clearwater, Florida. Freshman from Auburn University in Montgomery. This was, I would say, his 4th. Let's see how many times he's hit against Full Count this year. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is his 5th appearance against Full Count in 7. Make it now 8 outings. This is his 8th appearance of the year, and it's his 5th against Full Count. 6 2/3 innings pitched in those 7 outings. He's given up 7 hits, 14 runs, only 7 of those earned. Has walked 13, struck out 9, and he has plunked 3. Has a 7.35 ERA. He will face the top of the order, Jackson Cothran, with the bases loaded and 1 out. Cody Jones. See if those changes have been made at this point by the Hoptown Hoppers official score. There's no sacrifice flies showing on the box score yet, so either he doesn't know how to input a sac fly or he doesn't want to. But It doesn't matter. I don't use the opposing team's scoring anyway on stuff like that. I make my own. Cody Jones goes 3 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs to this point. 3 runners on base are his responsibility as Leggett throws a pitch that Jackson Cothran's asking, you got to be kidding me. Called a strike. He walked 3, struck out 4 with a little help. Gave up 1 home run. Leggett delivers a fastball that's right by the front shoulder of Jackson Cothran, called a ball. Jones did hit a batter. Faces 18. Corners are in for the Hoppers. Check swing by Cothran. They want to check with Jonathan Higdon in the middle of the field, and he says he did not go. Cothran doubled the last time he stepped into the box and scored. That was the top of the 3rd inning. Leggett with a look back at second base and a long stare into the glove. That's popped up into left field. Owen Hutchinson tagging Lou D'Alessio. We'll see, and he's going to go ahead and come. Here comes the throw, and not in time, and that's another sacrifice fly. And another run on the play. Ward moves over to third base on the errant throw, and so runners now at the corners with 2 outs. So Cothran with the 3rd sacrifice fly. They're going to make this official score. Put a sac fly in there. It's John Paul Head comes to the plate.
Pinch hitter is number 4, Blake Carter for the Rhythm.
Well, John Paul must have not been feeling good after being hit by the pitch. So Blake Carter's going to come in and play first base. John Paul's hitting streak of 6 games will go by the wayside. Blake Carter from Lipscomb University. He takes a healthy cut as soon as he gets into the box. Three runs have scored for the Rhythm here in the 4th inning. That run charged to Cody Jones. Good pitch by Jackson Leggett as he shakes his head. Yes, I hit the spot I wanted. That was a shin burger right there if Carter tries to take a hack at that one. Blake hitting .211, playing in his 19th game. Down in the count 0-2. A little bit up. Rhythm have scored 3 runs, only 1 hit in the inning. There's been 2 errors on my score sheet. I don't know if Game Changer official score called that an error for allowing Ward to move over to third base. We'll see if that happened. Says that Landon Ward advanced to third base after tagging up, so he did not charge an error. Landon was not going to go to third base except for the throw that went to the backstop. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Carter's going to jog down to first base. Cardwell will throw down to complete the strikeout. With a Rhythm, score 3. Those runs all charged to Cody Jones, who ends up giving up 5 runs on 3 hits. 3 runs, we'll figure out how many of those are earned. On 1 hit, there were 2 errors on my score sheet. and 2 runners left on base. Rhythm with a 5-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening and watching Full Count Rhythm on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Bottom of the 4th, the Hoppers will send up 3, 4, and 5 to face Chase Fernandez, who now has a 5-0 lead. Rhythm scored 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 3 in the 4th inning. First pitch swinging. That's down the left field line. It's going to be in foul territory, and Staborski can't get to it in the field of play. That's a long way to run for Parker Staborski for a long strike. And Game Changer agrees with me on earned runs in that inning. 3 runs, 1 of those was earned, so 3 earned runs charged to Cody Jones. And spiked up there and hits about 58 feet from home plate. Beth Cox listening in. She's the wife of, whoops, that's not a strike. That's a strike. Ground ball, foul. We'll start over with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Beth threw me off by her Facebook post there. Beth and Todd, longtime servants of the Lord for not only their church, but mission work. Breaking pitch, Chase Fernandez gets the backward K, and that is 5 straight Safeware strikeouts. Fernandez struck out Hunter Swanson to end the 2nd, struck out the side in the 3rd, and strikes out Owen Hutchinson to lead off the 4th inning. As Miles Denton now steps to the plate. He grounded out to second base to end the 1st. Looks at a called strike. Denton playing in his 8th game, hits one that's going to land in left center field, and he hit it where they ain't there and gets a 1-out single. 2nd hit of the ball game and 1st one that's left the infield. Not by much, but just find the right spot. The former Ravenwood Raptor from Brentwood, Tennessee. Brother to Chase Denton of the Tennessee Baseball Network. You can get on X, formerly known as Twitter. He might be probably on Instagram as well. Does a great job covering, at least high school sports. I'm not sure if he's covering college or not. Safeware, thanks your dominance. Mike Harrell of Safeware Inc. chimes in as Connor Scheidt looks at a called strike on a breaking pitch. Miles Denton broke up the Safeware Fest. Another breaking ball, and that's grounded to third. Could be two. Over to second for one, on to first, and that's a 5-4-3 do-dat double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Chase Fernandez and the full count rhythm. The one-out single erased on the around the horn do-dat double play. No runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We are headed to the top of the fifth. Rhythm lead 5-0. Be right back after this short break. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Blake Carter went in at first base as we suspected. I did not look down there. Appreciate Jimmy Gamboa texting me the change earlier in that inning. I didn't see it till just now, but I asked him if he wouldn't mind to do that if he makes a change that doesn't get announced. But Scott Colley, the PA man, was all over that pinch hitter. He's sitting right next to me. Nolan Sargent, Devin McCarron, and Parker Staborski to face Jackson Leggett Walford. He delivers a breaking pitch that lands in the right-handed batter's box for a called strike. Sargent 0 for 2, popped out to the shortstop and grounded out to the first baseman. Leading off here in the fifth, another breaking pitch is lefty on lefty, going with that sharp slider. Fastball is fouled off and out of play. AAA Autoglass. Foul ball. They operate right here in Kentucky. Autoglass repair, replacement, recalibration. That's important. Mobile service and a lifetime guarantee. Call them up at 1-888-840-GLASS. Ask for Dylan Doris. Another AAA Autoglass foul ball. That's off a shed roof down by the Rhythm bullpen as Jimmy Gamboa is checking to see if a relief pitcher is available. Looks like Fernandez may be leaving this game after 4 innings. Sargent swings and misses, and another opportunity for Cardwell to throw the ball down to first base. And that retires Nolan on strikes.
Batting in purpose, team Devin McCarron.
Second strikeout by Leggett. Both of those have gotten in and out of the glove of Evan Cardwell, whether it hit in the dirt or just hitting the glove. Devin McCarron has to move away from the inside fastball. McCarron had an infield single, and that started the 3-run rally in the fourth. Ground ball a little bit into the hole for shortstop Miles Denton. Denton, I saw him move toward the middle of the infield. He had to reverse and come back and field that on the run and throw on the run. McCarron runs pretty well. Fastball is called a strike on the outside corner. McCarron 1 for 2. Newest member of the full count rhythm. I believe he was playing ball down over in the Carolinas earlier in the summer. He's from Smyrna, Tennessee. He's a Creeker, former Stewart's Creek Red Hawk. Half swing, fouls that one back. Well, full count Ministries, full count. After high school, signed to go on with Ryan Hunt at Vol State, but Ryan Hunt left to go to Cumberland. I'm not sure what the impetus was, but he ended up taking 2 years off of baseball. Foul tips that one into the glove for Cardwell, and that's a strikeout. 3 strikeouts in a row for Jackson Leggett.
Left field number 10.
First one that does not end in a throw to first base. Now Parker Staborski get an at-bat here with nobody on, 2 out. Staborski struck out and walked and scored. Takes a pitch that has been called a strike tonight for ball 2. Tony Stockton checking in of the Elijah Stockton family. Good to have you on Facebook. Started to go, and it's the same pitch. It was just called a ball, called a strike this time. In my humble opinion, sometimes it's wrong. 2-1. This is the strike zone and tips the glove of Evan Cardwell. So Jake Turr will run 90 feet over to get it. Hopper ball boy must have been getting a smoke break. And foul tipped. Let's see if the bat boy, he'll come and get that one. It's on his side of home plate. That took a little bite out of Evan Cardwell behind the plate. So home plate umpire Jeremy Earlbeck goes out and gives Cardwell a little bit of time without officially calling time. Staborski, right-handed hitter. Jackson Leggett Walford, a left-handed pitcher. And a full count Ministries, full count. And that is ball 4. Staborski walks for the second time.
Shortstop 3.
Scott Colley's a magician up here. Just had to sneeze. Thought I was going to sneeze a second time. He said the word pineapple to me. That stopped the sneeze. Jake Turr takes a pitch neck high for a called strike. I'm sorry, Jeremy. You're having a tough night tonight. That was the first walk by Jackson Leggett. His ground ball to the right side, or not. It's Colby Webb down there at first base. He gloves and steps on the base for out number 3. Another 3 unassisted. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left aboard. And we're going to keep it right here as we're going to have a little Ohio Valley League history lesson tonight. Give you a couple little nuggets about the Hoptown Hoppers. As soon as I can find my sheets, I try to have that ready and available, and then apparently I don't. The Hoptown Hoppers came into the league in 2012. The league started in 2011 with 4 teams. The Hoppers came in 2012. They're the only team in Ohio Valley League history to win the championship in their very first year. They won over the Fulton Railroaders. They actually lost their first game and had to come back and win the next 2 games in the best of 3 and won their first of 2 championships. Won another championship in 2019 right before the COVID stoppage. Actually, the year before the COVID stoppage, but have not been back in the league. or championship since then. Did lose to the Hoptown or to the DuBois County Bombers in 2017 and the Owensboro River Dogs in 2014. So they are 2-2 in championship round. Full Count Rhythm, of course, came into the league in 2021, lost in the championship in 2021, and then won the championship in 2022 and 2023. Left in 24 and have returned here in 2025. Overall record for the Hoptown Hoppers coming into this year, 303 and 224-1. They have won the most games in Ohio Valley League history. That is your Ohio Valley League spotlight for game number 21 as Chase Fernandez is back out on the mound and throws the first pitch, a breaking pitch, into the dirt. That is blocked by Jackson Cawthorn as Chance Sweeney is at the dish. He had an infield single, but got greedy and tried to steal second base and was caught by the rifleman, Jackson Cawthorn. 2-0 pitch. That's in there on the outside corner. It's called strike. Another chopper in front of the plate. Fernandez can't get the handle on that one. We'll see how that's rolled. It's pretty much the same play that Cody Jones had, but this one was a little bit easier. It was right back to him. Cody Jones had to come over to the first base line, so that will be an E1. Second error of the ball game for Full Count. Both fielding ground balls. Fastball in the outside corner to Cardwell. He takes a strike. Chance Sweeney caught stealing. That was his first stolen base attempt of the year. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong. I knew that was a wrong. I was looking at his pitching stats. He has gotten on the mound. There we go. I thought he was a little more active on the bases. He's got 9 steals, and that was his first caught stealing of the year. Cardwell down in the count 0-2. Does not take off there. The breaking pitch stays inside for ball one. Leader in the Ohio Valley League in stolen bases is Coulter Hamilton of the Madisonville Miners. He has 13 on the season. Sweeney does not go, and the breaking pitch lands right in the strike zone for a Safeware strikeout. Cardwell now 0 for 1. Second backward K in the scorebook for Chase Fernandez. 6 strikeout. Jana Swope, she likes her history. She's a history buff. Ohio Valley League history. Throw down to first base. Blake Carter has to dig that one out of the dirt. Chance Sweeney back in time. Pitch, I believe, was called a ball. It was not. It was called a strike. Swanson from Northwest High School in Clarksville, heading to Roane State. Cam Hamsley picks a lot of players out of Clarksville area, West Tennessee. Cam, I believe, is still the youngest head coach in the Tennessee JUCO ranks in baseball. He's been there a while now, 5 or 6, 7 years. Maybe 5 as the head coach, 7 maybe overall. I can't keep up. Good dude. He played his baseball at John Paul II, now known as Pope Prep, where John Ripel is the head coach, former Vol State assistant. 1-2, missed somewhere. Hunter Swanson started the 5 in a row strikeout string for Chase Fernandez to end the second inning. See if we can get a ground ball. And that is a swing, and it gets off of Gothard. Well, I didn't know it was a foul ball. I thought he just missed it. But got a piece of it. I was wondering why Jackson wasn't going after that ball. But he knew, just like Hunter Swanson, that Swanson had just gotten a piece of it. Chance Sweeney was going on the pitch. Not going this time, and pitch misses high and away. Now full count, Ministries full count. Fernandez up now over 70 pitches, so this will definitely be his last inning. Full count pitch. Leonard fouled straight back. Scott Colley was all over that. Former catcher back in his youth baseball days. That's a few years ago. He finished when he was about 11, I think. High school phenom here in Hopkinsville. 3-2 pitch. And again, the flip of the coin ends ball 4. All you ask for is consistency, and it's not been there tonight. That's the first walk by Chase Fernandez, and out of the Rhythm dugout comes Jimmy Gamboa. He might be coming with the hook. Now, 2 are on with 1 out. Gabe Eddington, the number 9 hole hitter. We'll see if he gets to come out. Scott Colley has done a solid for this guy right here. I love you, man. My favorite food item of any ballpark that we've ever been at came right here at Hoptown, and egg rolls. And I didn't think they'd make them anymore, but Scott Colley says they make them, and he's just ordered a delivery of 3 egg rolls here for this guy right here. Scott, you have got to come down to a full count game. We don't make egg rolls down there, the problem is. But you stick around long enough, and you make sure to come down on Chick-fil-A Rivergate night, and we'll get you like a spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A? That's what we'll get you. Squaring around a bunt, Gabe Eddington takes a ball as Fernandez stays in the ball game. I'll have to, you can come down early enough, and I'll just take you over to Chick-fil-A Rivergate. Todd Hunley will put the spread out for you. He's that kind of guy. Squaring around again and pulling the bat back is Eddington. And Fernandez having trouble throwing the ball over the plate when the batter is squaring around the bunt. Down by 5, I can't believe that Eddington would actually lay the bunt down. He does not square around. Grounds one weakly to short. Turr is going to charge. That's going to be a tough play. Eddington runs well, and he beats that one out. The only play Turr had was to first, and that's an infield single. The bases are loaded for the Hoppus, and they are down to the top of the lineup. Infield single. That's their 3rd hit. And Fernandez got out of trouble in the first after the leadoff batter reached on an error. This is a little different. Leadoff batter here reached on an error by him. And then a walk and an infield single loaded the base with 1 out. But a ground ball to the middle infielder will erase all that. Aiden Butts takes a breaking pitch for ball 1. Butts reached on an error in the first, struck out swinging in the third. 1-0. Fouled down the right field line. That will land ahead of Nolan Sargent. Can't get that one. And the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Butts playing in his 11th game of the year, hitting .290. Of his 9 hits, 2 are for extra bases. They're doubles, got 7 RBIs. It foul tips that one, and now Fernandez a pitch away from the strikeout. If you can't get the double play, strikeout or a pop-up in the infield is the next best play. Aiden Butts from Cadiz, Kentucky. That's not far away. Incoming freshman to Dyersburg State takes a ball up. Seen some folks that have, and I don't know if he's still going to Dyersburg now or not, as they had a coaching change. I think they're still looking for their coach. Dyersburg State, Calhoun Community College down in Decatur, Alabama. Also swing and a miss, and Fernandez gets the Safeware strikeout for out number 2. On the breaking pitch, that is strikeout number 7 for Chase Fernandez. That'll bring up Colby Webb, who's over 2. Let's see if Fernandez can wiggle off the hook. Inning should be over, but so any runs scored after this would be unearned. Swing and a miss on a fastball diving right into the right-handed batter. Pitch, it's been called a strike, called a ball this time. 1-1. Fernandez has exceeded his single game strikeout total. Nice stop there by Jackson Cothran. Chance Sweeney, who's been on base for a long time down there at third base, eyeballing that pitch in the dirt. Jackson Cothran, one of the best defensive catchers that ever played for the Rhythm, and he's in his 4th year, did not play in year number 1. Fernandez, 4 strikeouts in 3 in his other 3, and he's just now hit a batter. Breaking pitch got away from him. And that will score the first run of the ball game for the Hoppers. Could have been worse. He could have taken a fastball off that shoulder, but he took a breaking pitch. And an unearned run, Chance Sweeney comes in. That is the final batter that Fernandez will face as Jimmy Gamboa out of the dugout. And he'll make the Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen. Had to wait there. I had to get one of those 3 egg rolls down. Scott Colley is the man. My new favorite person in the Ohio Valley League has treated me to some delicious egg rolls here at Christian County High School's baseball field. I think he said the Christian County high school baseball team and the boosters down there frying up. Those are delicious. I got one of the three down. As Garrett Sims is on for the Rhythm, 6'3", 195-pound left-hander. Was at MTSU last year from Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Summit High School. Was at Columbia State for 3 years. Son of Brad and Lindy Sims, brother to Sydney. Granddaddy and Grandma Paula in Unionville, Tennessee. As the first pitch gets in there for a called strike to Owen Hutchison. Paul and Grandma Cheryl there in Santa Fe, Tennessee. Steve Barrios is his mentor. Comes in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Slings a breaking pitch, swung on and missed by Hutchison. Sims' 5th appearance of the year. 7 2/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, no runs. Slider as he and Cawthron thought about exiting stage left, but maybe a little bit high to Hutchison. He's walked 13 batters, has struck out 8, has hit a batter, not allowed an earned run, so he's one of 6 Rhythm pitchers with a 0 ERA. Popped up in the infield. Blake Carter at first base has a beat on that one. He's going to make the catch for the final out. Garrett Sims comes in, saves the day for Chase Fernandez and the Rhythm here in the 5th. Strands 3 runners. 1 run scores. It was unearned on 1 hit, 1 error, and the 3 runners left on base. 5-1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Having an egg toss just down to the right of your viewing area in front of the first base dugout. Some of the Hoppers players and some spectators having an egg toss down here to the right while I enjoy my second egg roll, courtesy of Scott Colley. I think we get to come back here 2 more times.
Thank you.
And I'm wondering if one of the times we're going to hear Scott Colley sing the national anthem. He surprised me one time when we got here, and I'm not sure if the national anthem person did not show or what happened, but next thing I know, he stands up and he delivers a great rendition of the national anthem right here at the media table as Lou D'Alessio fouls that pitch off. D'Alessio 0 for 2, reached on an error and scored in the 4th inning. Struck out looking in the 2nd. Soon to be a St. Peter's Peacock. AAA autoglass foul ball off to the right side. Delicious egg rolls here at Christian County High School. 0-2 pitch misses outside. Jackson Leggett Walford still in the ball game for the Hoppers. Cody Jones got the start, went 3 1/3, 3 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned. Walked 3, plunked 1, struck out 4. There's a line drive to center field. That gets down right in front of Chance Sweeney. Lou DeLessio with a line drive single to begin the 6th inning. Just the 4th hit of the ball game for full count.
The designated hitter number 38, Landon.
He hit that one on the screws. Landon Ward 0 for 1. Steps to the plate, the DH tonight. Evan Cardwell has a what looks like a shop rag hanging out of his back right pocket. Wonder if he's going to change the oil during the 7th inning stretch in somebody's vehicle out here. There's a line drive to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit and kick to foul territory. DeLessio's going to continue on to third base. Runners now at the corners. As Landon Ward picks up a base hit. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Bats. Chad Lamberth and the folks over at Old Hickory Bats in Millersville. And it's the same bats that provided to Mike Trout. Not sure if Nolan Arenado still swings it. Paul Goldschmidt swings an Old Hickory. So does the full count rhythm. Spencer Yu at the plate. He has to back away from a pitch that lands near the inside corner. Ball 1. You grounded out to short and walked with the bases loaded in the 4th inning. Drove in a run. 5-1 Rhythm lead. Takes a strike at the knees on the outside corner. Rhythm back home tomorrow night. Take on the Madisonville Miners. Runner at first heading back to first base. First baseman playing off the bag, and the pitch delivered to the plate. Two balls and a strike to Spencer Yu, the number 9 hole hitter. Lines one foul off to the batting cage and field house. AAA autoglass. Foul ball. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Henderson Flash 5-4 over the Paducah Chiefs in Paducah currently. And the Fulton Railroaders, after getting run ruled yesterday, putting it on the Miners tonight. 15-2 as that 2-2 pitch just misses outside for a full count. Ministries full count with runners at first and third and nobody out. Jackson Leggett Walford looking at Landon Ward at first base. And a strike 3 on an inside corner pitch taken by Yu. 4th strikeout by Leggett Walford, and that's the first out. Now Jackson Cothran, who was the first batter that Leggett Walford faced when he came in the 4th inning. He hit a sacrifice fly to left field, drove in a run. See if they at least credited him with an RBI. They did. But it shows he's 0 for 3. He lines that one into right center field. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game. Ward's going to try for 3rd. The throw's not in time. Jonathan Higdon agrees with my call, and down to 2nd goes Cothran on the throw, and an RBI single for Cothran. And out of the dugout, assuming this is this your pitching coach, Arlen Butts? Is that right? Or is this the head coach? Head coach Chris Benny, who is out. So 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Jackson Cothran is actually 2 for 3. If you're looking at game changer, that's wrong. They have not accurately recorded 3 sacrifice flies. They apparently are accurately recording the RBIs. Nice running by Landon Ward, but looks like we're going to have another call to the bullpen. So we'll take a quick break, tell you about the new pitcher when we return right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Quick break, another egg roll. Josh Carmen knows me. Josh Carmen sitting in Managua, Nicaragua right now, and he said, if you're going to take a break, you're going to get a bite of that egg roll. He knows me. Scott, that's exactly what happened. New pitcher on for Hoptown. Thomas Forehand, 5'11", 240-pound right-hander from Pippa Passes, Kentucky. Does that sound right? Pippa Passes. Alice Lloyd College, and he'll face Blake Carter, who came on for John Paul Head, who got hit in the head in his first at-bat, then delivered a sacrifice fly. First pitch swinging, Carter fouls this one off to the right side. I got a half of egg roll left, Josh. Telling you, we got to get Scott Colley down to Drakes Creek Park for a Hoptown rhythm game, and maybe I'd take him by Myers' front porch right there. Get him a rhythm turkey. They call it the Cubana, I think, there. I made it called the rhythm sandwich, and I added avocado to it. I can't remember if I took something off. 1-1 pitch with the infield in. Carter reaches out for another breaking pitch. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Premium shower glass, mirror solutions, custom closet systems, door and bath hardware at AAA Glass, 615-581-0400. Runners at second and third, one out. Lined foul, another AAA Autoglass foul ball that gets to the field house, down past the first base dugout. Beautiful night for baseball right now. Wow. Started at 81 degrees, felt like 85, but it is nice weather here. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch, and forehand gets Carter swinging. Second time he's gone down on strikes.
playing the right field at number 11, Sargent.
Lou D'Alessio's already scored in this inning. Landon Ward's at third. Jackson Cothran's at second, where he single drove in D'Alessio. Moved to second on the throw to third base, trying to get Ward as Nolan Sargent looks at a pitch, called a strike outside. Jackson Leggett went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run to this point. That's a ball in the dirt. Here comes Ward, and the throw is not made. A wild pitch will score Landon Ward. And the Rhythm leads 7-1. Tractor pull. Is that what that is going on? I thought that was just a Friday night in Hopkinsville. Line drive down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it will land foul. Nolan Sargent tried to go opposite way, and it sliced foul. I mean, nothing says Kentucky like a good tractor pull, right? I mean, unless it's a horse race. I guess that says Kentucky more than a tractor pull. Sargent 0 for 3, looking for his first hit of the ball game. Has an RBI sitting down there at third base as the 1-2 pitch sails high. Nearly hit with that pitch as he made his approach. Able to spin away from that at the last second. And a strike 3 called. I don't think that Nolan Sargent was a big fan of that call. But his opinion doesn't matter. Home plate umpire is the only opinion that matters. Rhythm scored 2 on 3 hits. No errors in the inning, and 1 runner left aboard. We'll take a break and be right back. I'll finish off this last egg roll. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Polished it off. Egg roll's done. Yeah, there's a little scraping. I'll probably get that. I'll nibble on that, finish that up. Never want to leave a food basket with any food in it.
Leading on. 5-6. Operator to shortstop for our team.
Looked at that last pitch that Nolan Sargent took for strike 3, and it's been a tough night here. I'm just going to have to tell you. Miles Denton to lead off, facing Garrett Sims, out for his first full inning. Rhythm leads 7-1, trying to get their 16th win in 21 games. Judy Corbin listening in from Woodbury, Tennessee. That's Cannon County, the home of the Cannon County Lions. Rooting for Landon Ward. Breaking pitch slung in there that Denton does not agree with the call, but it's strike one. Sims, not sure where that missed, but it's ball two. Garrett on relief of Chase Fernandez. The 2-1 outside. Attendance tonight, 277 here at Hoptown. 1-3-1, misses inside. Leadoff batter on via the walk. Fernandez went 4 2/3 innings. Not sure if the official score would give him the win or not, if that's the case. 1 run, it was unearned. Walked 2, struck out 7, and plunked the batter. Now, lefty on lefty matchup, the DH Connor Scheidt has to look at a breaking pitch that lands a little bit high. Well, it crosses the plate a little high. It actually landed in a pretty good spot. If you are wearing rhythm blue, fouled to the screen. Scheidt 0 for 2, grounded into a 5-4-3 Dudette double play to end the fourth. Also grounded out to the pitcher, leading off the second inning. Fernandez finished with 86 pitches. There's a slider in there for a called strike. Garrett Sims looks like he starts that thing just behind Connor Scheidt's wallet and lands it right across the plate. Ahead in the count now, 1-2. Miles Denton staying pretty close to first base. Another slung, that could be 2. Under the glove of Spencer Yu into center field. Denton going to try for third. The throw is right on time. What a throw by Lou D'Alessio to get Denton. Nice tag there by Devin McCarron. He was thinking that ball might get into the dirt, but it didn't. It just continued to stay up in the air. We'll see how they rule that. Guessing they're going to give that a – you can't give him a double. Give him a double. I'm sorry. It's a single. You move to second base on the throw to third. Oh, my gosh. It's comical. Called strike to Chance Sweeney. Went right underneath Spencer Yu's glove. I thought it was going to – he might have been able to pick it and start a 4-6-3 double play, but ball went just below it. He was expecting a little bit of a hop as Garrett Sims coming back, smoking some fastballs here. Scheidt gets a single, moves to second base on the throw. A little bit of a hop as Garrett as Denton is out 8-5. Foul ball at the plate. Count remains 0-2. So 1 out and a runner at second base. Put a star by that throw right there by D'Alessio when he came up and threw a C to Devin McCarron, the third baseman. Left-handed hitting center fielder Chance Sweeney. He waves at a breaking pitch, and he's down on strikes. A Safeware strikeout. First of the ball game for Garrett Sims. And now 2 outs here in the 6th. Rhythm scored a run each in the second and the third. Put a 3 spot on in the 4th. Took a 5-0 lead. Gave up a run in the bottom of the 5th. Scored 2 more in the top of the 6th. Lead 7-1 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Simmons fastball high and away. Evan Cardwell 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. What if Avery, Garrett Sims' girlfriend is listening in tonight. He said it was okay to shout her out. She was with him at the meet and greet that Meat Sweats provided the meal for. 1-1 pitch in there for another strike, and the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Apparently the strike counter on the scoreboard a little bit delayed. Now it's up to speed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scoreboard in right center field here at Hopper Stadium, and a swing and a Safeware strikeout ends the inning. Back-to-back case for Garrett Sims. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We are 2/3 of the way through this ball game. The Rhythm with a 6-run lead as we head to the top of the 7th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Thomas Forehand back out on the mound for the Hoppers. This is Forehand's 7th appearance of the year. He's got 10 innings under his belt. He has started 1 game. Given up 14 hits, 12 runs, 9 of those earned. Walked 11, struck out 6. Has plunked 2 batters, struck out the first 2 batters that he faced as he came on for Jackson Leggett Walford. He went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned. Walked 1. Actually, both of those runs are earned to Jackson Leggett. There was no errors in that inning, so I don't know how it would have figured that it was an unearned run. There's the first pitch to Devin McCarron, misses outside. Let me go back and look. It's just kind of comical to me. We have the best in the business. Ken Stegall, as a slow breaking pitch tails high, owns the scorers table, and they do an excellent job at scoring games, and we're spoiled at Full Count. McCarron started to swing, but didn't like that pitch, but it was called a strike. Trying to see how that run could have possibly been unearned. That's got to be another hit batter as McCarron gets hit in the helmet. That's the second Rhythm batter that's been hit in the helmet tonight. John Paul Head, the second batter to come to the plate, was hit, right on top of the head. He ended up leaving the game after he drove in a run. Carter's consecutive RBI streak, though, continues. His hitting streak ended at 6 games, but he has now had RBIs in 6 straight games. Jake Merrick, not in this ball game, also has a 5-game RBI streak. Parker Staborski puts a charge in that one, and that's going to land in right center field. This is what you call a dudette double off the bat of Parker Staborski. There's no question about that one. It's not a single move into second on the throw. That's an actual dudette double. Staborski's first hit of the ball game. So the hit batter and a double that put runners now at second and third for the Rhythm. 7th hit of the ball game for Full Count. And it's the second double and third extra base hit is Jake Turr, who's at the plate. Got everything started with a solo home run in the second. He's got 2 RBIs. He got one of those sacrifice flies that have not been accurately recorded tonight in the game changer box score. So he is actually 1 for 2 tonight. That's a ground ball to the right side base hit. Get into right field. 1 run will score. They're going to hold the runner at third. So the throw comes in and it's cut off. Good call there by third base coach Jimmy Gamboa. And runners now at the corners as Turr is bidding to become the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. He's got 3 RBIs. He's 2 for 3. McCarron scores his second run of the ball game. And back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Bats. Lou D'Alessio takes a strike, no throw to second as Turr cruises in with a century steal of second base. Good buddy Keith Hopper over there at Century Steal, along with the rest of the Hoppers, Claude and Cadiddle. D'Alessio's 1 for 3. Ball and a strike, it shows up on the scoreboard. I'm going to go with that. Zach Williams listening in on Facebook. Thank you for the kind words, Mr. Williams. He's a broadcasting pro. Lou thought about going after that chest high breaking pitch, held up, but it was called a strike. Zach, we are pouring on some insurance runs. You need to call Brooke Carmen or Josh Carmen or John Smithson and get on the board. Ground ball to the right side. That's good. Get a run in. Eddington throws over to first for out number 1. An RBI ground out. Scores Parker Staborski. And the Rhythm lead 9-1. D'Alessio picks up his first RBI. The Hopper infield playing back. Turr moves over to third base. A swing and a miss by Landon Ward, who singled to right field last time he came to the plate. Ended up coming in to score on a wild pitch. More blah, 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 blah insurance runs. AAA Autoglass. Foul ball. Dylan Dorse is a Full Count Fall League high school coach for, I don't know, 3-4 years maybe now. Line drive that gets down on the ground. This is going to be another RBI ground out. Miles Denton throws to first as Jake Turr comes in to score. And the bases are cleared. The Rhythm with a 10-1 lead. Brings up Spencer Yu, 2 outs and nobody on. All 3 runs earned. I don't care what Game Changer says. Change up misses low and away. Still not sure why that one was showing as unearned, but that's just me. I'm a scorekeeping nerd. Spencer looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. There's a pitch to hit right there. If you like him up. Counts 2 balls and a strike. Zach Williams at home taking care of Maddox and Zapora. Nah, they're already in bed. He's just up listening to some rhythm baseball. 3 balls and a strike to Spencer. Heading to Sewanee, the University of the South. Oh, pitch to hit, grounds to Miles Denton, who shows off the hose and delivers a fastball to first base or out number 3. So 3 straight ground outs. 2 of them produced runs. 2 hits in the inning. 3 runs. No errors and nobody left on base. 10-1, the Rhythm lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Listen to Scott Colley sing this "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube or Facebook, so we'll take a break. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Well, now I see how they called that the Game Changer called that a unearned run in that inning. They called that a pass ball on Evan Cardwell, their catcher. So that would make it an unearned run. Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen for the Rhythm. Braylon Hall, the third pitcher on for the Rhythm, right-hander out of Lee University, Farragut High School, 6'2", 170 pounds from Knoxville, Tennessee. He is on to face 8, 9, and 1 in the Hopper lineup. Hunter Swanson leads off, sees the big, sharp breaking pitch for a called strike from the son of Scott and Suzanne Hall, and the grandson of Nana in Lenore City. Very quickly gets ahead in the count, 0-2. Swanson struck out and walked. Batting here for the third time. Garrett Sims finished his outing out with 2 straight strikeouts, and Braylon Hall starts his off with a Safeware strikeout. There's now 10 in the ballgame for Rhythm pitching. And Gabe Eddington at the plate, swings and misses the first pitch he sees. Wanted to go back and look at that play. Ground ball to third. Backhanded by McCarron, and he throws a seed to first base. First time we've gotten to see his arm in the ball game, and delivers a strike right over to Blake Carter. For out number 2, Eddington, as we saw earlier, runs well. He beat out an infield single, but he wasn't beating that hose out. And now 2 quickly out. And back to the top of the lineup, Aiden Butts, who's 0 for 3. Braylon Hall's chucking strikes. I'll tell you, everybody appreciates that. The 0-1, another breaking pitch. Cawthron tried to frame that one. That's a big breaker. Trying to duck out of the way of that one as it sails right across the plate. His Butts struck out twice. Braylon Hall looking for the hat trick right here. Ground ball foul. Hall working quickly, tries again with that breaking pitch. It lands high. Two. He's staying with that breaking pitch. Full count. Ministries full count. Popped up in the infield. Jake Turr comes on hard in front of Spencer Yu and makes the catch on the second base side of pitcher's mound. And that will end the inning, 1-2-3 inning for Braylon Hall. As we will go to the top of the 8th inning, Rhythm with chance to walk this one, not walk it off, but at least score one more and then make the Hoppers have to score in the bottom of the 8th. But try to at least push one across and maybe some other blah, 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 blah insurance runs. Come right on back and see if the Rhythm can get a third Mercy Rule win tonight and their 8th victory of the season. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And I'm glad we got Ken Stegall at our place. I love Ken Stegall. Best official scorer around. Just went back and looked at the pass ball they gave Evan Cardwell. It bounced in the dirt. I tried to backhand it, but maybe, I guess I should give the benefit of the doubt. The official scorer is over in the first base dugout. He can't see that. That's why you like to sit behind home plate if you can, which is right where I'm sitting. And that's an easy read. But he charged a pass ball, which turned that run in as a unearned run. Doesn't affect the Rhythm's stats at all. We got a new pitcher in for the Hoppers facing Jackson Cawthron. Cawthron stands in there again. He's taking 2 balls. $21. 3-0. Oh, you don't call him Alec Hoteling? What is it? Hoteling? Hoteling. Okay. Well, I've been mispronouncing his name. He's also a catcher, though, isn't he? 3-0 pitch coming from Alec Hoteling. 3-0 is in there for a called strike. Fulton Railroaders 18-4 over the Madisonville Miners. Paducah Chiefs have come back against the Flash, lead 8-5 up in Paducah. Tapper foul, that gets off of Cothran's legs, and a full count. Ministries full count. Let's see how many appearances Mr. Hoptown has had on the mound. I have seen him behind the plate. This is his first action on the mound, at least according to Game Changer. Ground ball to second. Gabe Eddington stays down, throws over to first. We're out number one. So the first batter that Hoptown faces, he retires. Now Blake Carter is over 2, stands in. And that pitch goes behind him. Hoptown. I got to put that. I got the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Hoptown. AAA autoglass foul ball. Hoptown from Canton, Georgia. Auburn University, Montgomery. They got several. There's at least 3 from AUM on this squad. Rhythm trying to get their 4th win against 5 or 1 loss, as Scott Colley all over that. Foul ball right back into your living room. Fourth pitcher on for the Hoppers tonight. And the first non-pitcher to get on the mound. Sidearm delivery, slider, misses low and inside. I'll get that other strike up there. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carter. Nolan Sargent on deck. Between them, they're 0 for 6. They want to see if they can get on the score sheet on the positive side. Blake Carter, see if he can get a base hit. Taps that one foul. That might have caught a little piece of Evan Cardwell behind the plate. Still got that shop rag in his back pocket. Got his hand on it, so apparently he's using it. Wipes his hand off with it. It's either a brown rag or it's very dirty. 2-2 pitch to Carter. Wave and a miss. And Blake Carter has the strikeout hat trick. And the first 2 have been retired in the top of the 8th. Nolan Sargent 0 for 4 stands in. Sargent, he's had that pitch called strike on him 3 or 4 times a night, and it's like he says it's not even close. Vanessa Dorn, she's listening on YouTube, on the YouTube. Hello, pitchback machine came right back to you. Slider misses low and in. Devin McCarron is a nice fella. He's going to retrieve that ball for our home plate umpire, Jeremy Earlbeck. Clinton Magnuson down at first base. Jonathan Higdon, he's still awake and down there at third base. John never takes a nap on the field. 1-1 pitch, high and away. Hoptown's got a little bit of pace on that fastball. Got Jackson Cothran to ground out to second and struck out Blake Carter on the slider that was outside. And Sargent's going to get rung up on another pitch that winks at the outside corner. He's got a couple of strikeouts. The last one was a backward K. He watched that one and didn't agree with the call. So scoots up a little bit on the plate. Looks at a 2-2 pitch coming low and away for ball 3. And he was a little concerned. Full Count Ministries, full count. And it's going to ring up Nolan Sargent again. Breaking pitch. Taken for strike 3, and Nolan Sargent gets the hat trick. The Rhythm are not going to be able to end this one early. We're going to play the full 9. Head to the bottom of the 8th. Rhythm with a 10-1 lead.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen for full count. Tim Dixon, another left-hander, is out of the bullpen. The 4th pitcher on for Jimmy Gamboa and the Full Count Rhythm. From North Central University, 5'10", 200 pounds, the rising senior from Vermillion, South Dakota. Is the son of Mark and Sonny Dixon, grandson of Noy in Des Moines, Iowa. Staying at the host home of Tim and Susan Reese. And Eric Alexander is his mentor. He is on to face 2, 3, and 4. In the Hoppers lineup, Colby Webb takes a called strike. Webb 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Drove in their only run of the game for the Hoppers. Dixon delivers the 0-1. It sails just a little bit out. The 1-1. That's high. Braylon Hall, a clean 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. And Tim Dixon has just plunked Colby Webb. Second hit batter for the Hoppers. As the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 8th reaches. Now Owen Hutchison, left-handed hitter, stands in. He grounds one down to first base line, but it's foul. Just right next to the first base umpire, Clint Magnuson. Good call there. It is the home plate umpire's call on whether the ball's fair or foul between home plate and first base. Once the ball gets by the base, it is the base umpire's call. And went right by Clint Magnuson. He raised the hands right away. That pitch is in the dirt. Gets away from Cawthorn. He throws down to second. And errant throw backed up by Spencer Yu. So a wild pitch will move Webb down to second base. Let's see if they put a stolen base They called that a pass ball. That dude needs to quit scorekeeping from the dugout. That ball's in the dirt. Ball 2. Pass ball. You'd hate to be a catcher with this guy being a scorekeeper, I'll tell you that. 1-1, and there's another hit batter. It's the second straight outing that Tim Dixon has plunked 2 batters. And he'll tell you, he says, well, I don't really throw it hard enough to hurt. So but the first 2 have reached. Madisonville Miners coming back. They've scored 5 in the bottom of the 7th. Now trail by 9, 18-9 in the 7th. So that game's going to go at least to 8 innings. Miles Denton, nobody out and 2 on, takes a called strike right down Broadway. Oh, it's comical, folks. Fouled straight back. Again, Denton a bit different from Chase Fernandez, Garrett Sims, and Braylon Hall in that you start getting used to mid upper 80s, maybe even a low 90s. Tim Dixon's bringing it in at about 72 miles an hour. Foul ball off to the right side. He is counting on location. The problem is location has been on the bodies of the Hoptown Hoppers so far. Popped up. That will get out of play. Garrett Sims went one in the third innings, gave up 1 hit. Did not allow a run. Walked a batter, struck out 2. He faced 5 batters. Fly ball out to right field. Nolan Sargent back, and he's going to make the catch. Tagging at second and moving over to third is Colby Webb. The Rhythm will trade 90 feet for an out. Connor Scheidt, the DH, stands in. He's 1 for 3. Lefty on lefty matchup. Dixon will try to get a ground ball to a middle infielder. First pitch to Scheidt misses outside. Runner from first goes. They're going to throw down to second, and the tag, not in time. Cothran's throw was 1 hopped in there, so Hutchison reaches on the stolen base. And a 1-1 count now. So the conventional double play goes away. Devin McCarron playing in at third base. Not sure if he's anticipating a bunt or not, but he is opposite of Scheidt's left-handed swing, playing well off the third base line as well. Nice stop by Cothran on a pitch in the dirt. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes as the scoreboard is being corrected now. On deck, Chance Sweeney. Swing and a miss. Dixon gets a Safeware strikeout on a pitch outside of the zone. And now 2 outs. That'll bring up Chance Sweeney. He's a left-handed hitter as well. Ball 1 to Sweeney. This is Dixon's 6th appearance of the year. 6 1/3 innings prior to this. Gets a big, healthy swing and a miss there. Given up 13 hits, 13 runs, 9 are earned. 6 walks, 3 strikeouts, 3 plunkings, now make it 5. Foul ball. right back to this broadcaster. Forgot to get that first ball on the score bug. 1-2 count. Dixon working quickly, has a sign and delivers. That's strike 3 called, and another Safeware strikeout. The Rhythm have been seeing that pitch called a strike all night long. And I don't know how you get upset at that one. That's been there all night long. Dixon strands the 2 batters that he plunked. Does not allow a hit or a run as we will head to the 9th. 10-1, Full Count leads. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network. The Rhythm trying to get their 9th straight victory. We'll be right back.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for the Hoptown Hoppers. Let's see if he's got any statistical accomplishments. He's the DH tonight, Connor Scheidt, normally the first baseman. See if he has gotten into a ball game yet this year. They may be still saving. Well, he does have 1 appearance, 1 inning, faced 8 batters in that inning, gave up 2 hits. 3 runs that were earned, walked 2, struck out 1, and plunked a batter. So get ready for anything here. The 5th pitcher on for the Hoptown Hoppers. Cody Jones started. Jackson Leggett Walford, Thomas Forehand, Alex Hotaling, and now Connor Scheidt. As Devin McCarron, Parker Staborski, and Jake Turr are scheduled. We're going to get you our Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game and the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Chopper to the left side, going to be a tough play. And the throw on by Hunter Swanson gets McCarron. 1 pitch, 1 out. McCarron 1 for 4, scored twice in his first ball game for Full Count. Parker Staborski had a double into right center field in the 7th, takes a swing and comes up empty. Tina Stewart, she's down in Atlanta. I saw something about Facebook, you being down in Georgia. Tina Stewart. We ought to get Tina to come and be PA while Tim Ferguson is going to be out for a few home games. I am efforting to see if we can get Mark McDaniel back for maybe one of those games as well. I understand that Chris Freeman's going to be there. Tina Stewart does a great job at Goodlettsville Little League on the public address microphone while I broadcast in some Goodlettsville Little League baseball. Just has a sweet voice. Big baseball fan, too. AAA autoglass foul ball off to the right side. Got 2 boys playing. Jacob and Tyler. I think that's right. Pitch in the dirt. Good thing there wasn't a runner on. Probably would have been a pass ball. Now I'm just being ugly. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stavorski been on base 3 out of the 4 times he's come to the plate, and he's going to go down looking there. Nice breaking pitch by Connor Scheidt. And now 2 out here in the 9th. A lot of strikeouts tonight for Full Count. 14 strikeouts on my score sheet. Jake Turr has not been one of them. Stands in. Hit his first home run of the year, solo shot in the 2nd. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 4th, grounded out to end, and he's going to pop out to the first baseman here in foul territory for out number 3. We're going to keep it right here. 3 RBIs on a 2-for-4 night for Jake Turr. And Jake Turr is going to be our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game, thanks to Todd and Linda Hunley. And Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, the entire staff and all those folks, not only do they provide end-of-game meals, but they are the title sponsor for Full Count this year. And just get ready for Chick-fil-A night. I believe that is scheduled for the very last night of the year. Let me see if I can get my cheat sheet out here. The very last night of the regular season, Saturday, July 19th. You'll want to be there. I believe Todd Hunley is giving away free Chick-fil-A again for a year. Yeah, I may be wrong on that, but it's going to be, they're going to be wearing the Chick-fil-A uniforms that night. And I'm going to tell you, I think they're sharp looking. I don't know if they're going to be auctioning them off or not, but they are good-looking unis. Our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. See if I can get to that real quick. Found in Psalm 86:11. I bet you Scott knows this one. Teach me your way, Lord, that I may rely on your faithfulness. Give me an undivided heart that I may fear your name. Psalm 86:11. That's a memory verse of mine from years gone by. That is your Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Of course, we'll have to pack it up quickly when this game ends, as Tim Dixon's back out on the mound for inning number 2. Delivers a ball to Evan Cardwell, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. That ball's well struck out to center field. Back goes to Alessio, and he has a bead on it and makes a catch in right center field for out number 1. When not a problem or an issue out there in center field now, it was a little bit earlier, but 350 to dead center is, this is the second shortest ballpark in the Ohio Valley League by total linear feet. If you go home to each of the foul lines and then home to the alleys and then home to center field, it's 1,625 feet total, as Dixon is thrown 2 outside the mark to Hunter Swanson. Of course, the Low House Field in Fulton is the smallest. It has 1,550 total feet with that 225-foot short porch down the right field line. Park Field in Henderson, Kentucky, third, just a few more feet than here at Christian County High School at 1,668. Madisonville checks in at 4th at 1,700 plus feet. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Hunter Swanson after retiring the last 4 batters. Now the number 9 hole hitter, Gabe Eddington, stands in. And the biggest yard in the Ohio Valley League is Paducah, 1,818 square feet. Not square feet, linear feet. That's 5 wide. I did not put the dimensions for Drakes Creek Park in there. I thought I had them in there. Tim Dixon going to be looking for a ground ball. Eddington's just looking for a strike. He swings on the 2-0, fouls it off. I would assume that the official score will consider that Garrett Sims is probably the pitcher of record. There's a pitch right down the can for a called strike. Chase Fernandez probably on a pitch count could be considered, but who knows? And I don't even know if they actually, the throw down to second, it's going to be short of the bag again, backed up by Turr, and a stolen base by Hunter Swanson on ball 3. And now a full count Ministries full count to Gabe Eddington with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 9th, Rhythm with a comfortable 10-1 lead. It's breaking pitch. That's going to get Eddington looking in a Safeware strikeout. Third strikeout of the ball game for Tim Dixon. And Aiden Butts to the plate. And a beautiful night here in Hopkinsville. Rhythm will be back at home tomorrow to face the Madisonville Miners. Then an off day on Sunday. And back out on the road to take on the Paducah Chiefs. As a breaking pitch gets in there for a called strike. 2 straight road games after the home game against Madisonville. Be back at DC3 on Wednesday, July 2nd, before having another off day, which is Freedom Fest Day on July 3rd at DC3. Ground ball to third. Oh, my goodness, that takes a hop off of maybe the shoulder of McCarron and goes into left field to throw to the plate. Not in time. Jackson Cothran's throw to second base. Gets by Spencer Yu. But that is going to be a run for McCarron. Let's see if they're going to check on him. Not sure where that hit, but that took a hop, a nasty, nasty hop. Butts hit it hard, but McCarron stuck his nose down there. They cannot rule that an error, I wouldn't expect. It's got to be a base hit. Here's what it's not. It's not a double. But I would give an RBI. Yeah, they put a double in there. Oh, my gosh, it's laughable. It is absolutely laughable. Breaking pitch. Nope, not in there. Oh, my gosh. Dixon does get the call there. I'll give him the RBI. I'm giving him a single on my score sheet. Mine, I don't keep up with the opposing teams hitting and fielding. That's lifted out to right field. This should do it. Nolan Sargent makes the grab, and this one belongs to the Rhythm. Another game right at 3 hours as a Rhythm pick up. Lex is here. I didn't know if you were here or not. A Rhythm get the 10-1 victory. And like I said, I don't know that Chase Fernandez is going to be awarded the win, and I don't know if their scorekeeper even puts wins and losses in the games or not. But it's either going to be Chase Fernandez or Garrett Sims, and the losing pitcher will be Cody Jones. That's undisputed. No save in the ball game. Rhythm win 10-1, and we'll be back home tomorrow night to take on the Madisonville Miners, who are, let's see if they're still hacking away at it against the Fulton Railroaders, 19-11 up in Madisonville. So we'll get them when they're tired back at Drakes Creek, field number 3. Well, that'll do it from, I said 10-1, 10-2. They picked up that run there at the end. As not sure, maybe that was for Tim Dixon out there. Not sure what happened out there. No save. It's not like he hits a save. So, and it's not his birthday. But for John Smithson, who is here, the director of ministry, Josh Carmen, who is not here. So if he is not here, he must be there, and that's Managua, Nicaragua. He's the head coach, the general manager, and the director of baseball for Full Count Ministry. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for joining us on another edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast.